Front row, QUARTARARO, VIÑALES and BAGNAIA, closely pursued by Rossi, Miguel Oliveira, NAKAGAMI on the Honda, then Brad Binder, back row of the grid, Bradley Smith, Alex Rins, the man of steel, and Alex Marquez on his second sideline through injury after that 100-mile-an-hour.
We may be celebrating once more. Away we go for the warm-up lap here. Of the precautions is located just near Keen.
Yeah, they're eager to catch the glimpses of the opening. Excruciatingly hot conditions, temperatures close to 40 degrees ambient temperature. There's your championship, pretty easy.
Portugal, best ever qualifying result. He's not got far to travel home tonight.
Who can keep cool in the heat? Who can keep collected in the heat? Well, both Jerez Grand Prix so far this year, but he's always said it's about consistency. That came to the fore last week, 2017. They're still winless here, of course, since 2006. Loris Capirossi, not too much money actually.
Was going to tuck the front then on the warm-up lap into the final corner. He's trying to get his opening 5 laps.
So who's
in Andalusia? The green flag is waving. 25 laps of. He got that one absolutely nailed. He's flying up the hill. Rossi also with a decent start. And VIÑALES. It's going to be a Yamaha.
KTM Tech 3 bikes. The Yamaha whole shot device working perfectly yet again.
It's Miguel on VIñALES. Start from Miller. Then it's NAKAGAMI, BAGNAIA, and MORBIDELli.
ESPARGARO well wide up 2. We've not had a Yamaha 1-2-3 MotoGP since Phillip Island in 2014. It's early doors.
All right, there are the 2 Pramac Ducati riders. Miller, BAGNAIA, who's now gone through on NAKAGAMI. What happened at
So that's compromised their race. Last weekend there was an early drama for Binder when he looked so good, he ran wide.
Maverick VIñALES is looking good here. He's lining up a move surely into the final turn. Here he comes.
He can't drop behind the Ducati of Jack Miller. That would have been a nightmare. He hasn't, luckily. VIñALES does Italian, that doctor up in a second.
You've got the apprentice and the master in first and second here then. Likewise, 9 places made on that opening lap from Alex Marquez from the very back of the grid.
Yeah, saw ESPARGARO. First corner then, Miguel Oliveira did not get a good start. Look, he's been swallowed up on that run into the first corner. Rapid impact, wasn't it? Oliveira landing right. Oh dear.
And he got hit by him as well, just for good measure.
Devices, it was a clean start for everybody, no jump start. Taking NAKAGAMI, BAGNAIA at the moment swarming all over his Pramac Ducati teammate Jack Miller's rear tyre. In fact, at the moment it looks like BAGNAIA's got the
corner and he's gone wide.
Yeah, he's done
he's down and he's up again. What a save by BAGNAIA. What a save.
He was getting frustrated and impatient there because he could see the Yamahas getting away. He looked quicker than Miller and he tried 6/10 quicker than in a complete class of his own.
Got to give a shout out to Alex Rins at the moment. He's 1 place ahead of Cal.
Some leathers on today, testament to their willpower and determination. Cal CRUTCHLOW was saying that he was from his left scaphoid.
Well, at the moment their leading rider is ESPARGARO. He's still in 12th. He can't get through on his brother Aleix right now.
Do you know, bolt and then manage your pace? This is just a typical Jorge Lorenzo. Yeah,
another 38.4 for him.
7/10 quicker than Rossi. They've got nothing for him. He's going to be 3-7, and he's got the 2 Pramac Ducatis ganging up behind him as well. NAKAGAMI hanging in there.
ESPARGARO for qualifying in 12th because his pace is just as good as the guys in the podium fight, and Brad Binder
slower than Fabio QUARTARARO.
It's incredible.
So once again,
a tale of what might have been. Miller really wide. BAGNAIA almost going through there on him.
Just was able to pull it back close to seriously showing VIñALES a front tyre.
You've got to give Rossi credit here, Matt. I mean,
and these are testing conditions for Valentino Rossi. Well, he's doing an awesome job at the moment in second place.
Top left of the picture, Fabio QUARTARARO had a little bit of a moment.
Mid 138, it's a 138.793. And there was a small mistake on that lap because he's just there at the top of your picture trying to hunt down.
Oh, Tech 3 are having a disaster.
Third crash of the weekend for Eco.
Looking a bit ugly.
Last corner, just tipping off the side. Alex Rins in the condition that he is, and Cal CRUTCHLOW. They're both doing 139.
Valentino's not under immediate pressure here in second place. Maverick VIñALES there on this lap to go through on Valentino and not making it stick. Look how costly it's become.
As we said as well, this will sting for VIñALES, particularly if he drops into attacking NAKAGAMI's Honda. Will MORBIDELLI be close enough to attack the Japanese man into the final corner? We're looking back. Lovely that was. There wasn't a lot of room there, but he really forced the issue. There was nothing that NAKAGAMI could do. He would see VIñALES here.
He's looking good. He's looking good. I mean, fair play. This is no fluke.
The race, a long, long way to go. We've still got 18 laps. Got VIñALES' measure.
If Rossi finishes on the podium, age 41, in conditions like this.
Mechanical.
So, Ducati's then trying to find a way to know Rossi has got a good gap now, almost half a second on Maverick. And if Maverick
on the podium, given his speed all weekend, that would be a disaster. That would be a disaster. I don't care if he's top 6, top...
That mistake at the start of the race, he's gone through on Bradley Smith. That puts him up into 18th place as he hunts down.
Constantine up on the brakes into that tight foot.
He does that. You can just see Jack at the moment is just trying to conserve himself a little sight of the Yamahas.
I just wonder as well whether these guys in that pack, how their front tyres are holding. Crashed last weekend, and unfortunately he's out.
Oh, here comes Jack Miller up the inside.
Maverick
Viñales. So Miller, in an attempt to go up into a podium position, has now dropped back to
make up for the lack of acceleration. He's been bitten again.
No further action taken after the reviewing of the incident.
That's just a typical first.
It's just behind Jack Miller there. He's got past Nakagami and really closed on these guys. The problem he's got, of course, is he's got 2 Ducatis in front of him, which are notoriously difficult to pass.
His tyre pressure on the front and the temperature went through the roof, and it became a bit of a handful. Behind the Duke was struggling. And of course, you've got to take so many risks to get by the overtaken by the GP.
Look at the speed difference. Look at the speed difference there of the Ducati and the Yamaha. Here goes Pecco Bagnaia. He's in 3rd. Can he hold on to it? He can.
Smartless by Bagnaia. He's just picking up the pieces of everybody else. So Pecco Bagnaia, he's just keeping cool, keeping his head down, riding smart, not making mistakes. Being
Rossi, who himself is 6/10 clear.
Coming the way potentially for Fabio Quartararo. Marquez will have 0.
Straight we go. 14 laps left of this. He's having a bit of a nightmare here, and now it comes Morbidelli up the inside as well. Maverick Viñales.
What the Yamaha factory were expecting. Social distancing regulations mean you're supposed to be 2 metres away from everybody in the paddock. I think you're going to need to give Maverick Viñales
off right now.
Well, how upbeat did he look before the race? Bouncing away in his seat in the pit box, listening to his dominant victory here in Jerez. We said,
oh, somebody's right.
That's Miller.
Oh, Jack Miller has gone down and out of the race. You can just see that
flash at the bottom of your screen. Was that somebody else down as well?
Marshall's
so it's not going to be a thriller from Miller today.
He's got a very... And who would have thought this? As Quartararo leads, Valentino Rossi.
What we feared, a real race of attrition.
Oh, Rossi's wide.
Yeah, the guys are hitting massive tyre trouble already here. Fourth out Danilo Petrucci. And Pecco Bagnaia then in 2nd place. We've got...
Right now, Petrucci, that's the 5th.
We know that DOVIZIOSO is a master at tyre management. Is there still an outside... Who knows?
Anything in this race could happen as yet. Pecco Bagnaia is now streaking away from Valentino first podium. Petronas Yamaha, of course, they've had their win. They've never had both men on the podium.
Maverick Viñales, it's looking like Valentino Rossi is having problems stressing that rear tyre like he always does. Pretty quickly to Franco Bordet. Look how quickly Bagnaia's dropped him.
Matt, coming out of...
Struggling there as well, turn 6, he just cannot get the drive at all.
It's that
Fabio Quartararo, it's going to feel like a long race. Oh, it gets worse for KTM.
Tyres are turning to jelly right now.
You finish this race, you're in the points.
Stay for Brad Binder. That's a nasty, nasty high side.
Oh, we're on the absolute limit. These bikes and riders are going.
This is going to feel like the longest 12 laps of these guys. It feels like we've been out here for 12 hours already.
Valentino Rossi's responded a bit.
Despite the podium does for you for the first time in about 18 months.
Well, it would be an incredible podium for Valentino. I mean, there's some brilliant riders. There's Nakagami as well, 6th place here. Mir just behind him. There is Dovi, look.
Guy right now, he's just set his personal best lap of the race on lap 14, on probably at best 60% fit, and he's doing personal best laps of a 39.4 on lap. Obviously he was conserving energy this morning, but he was 5 seconds off the pace. I thought he's going to quit, he's going to withdraw the ship.
There's still a long way to go here though, Matt. The only KTM rider left.
Last man standing for the Austrian boys.
Go so early on and made that mistake and lost out on a lot of places, did Paul.
Yeah, and I think
15 riders in this race left, 11 laps to go, make that 10 across the line.
Quite a lonely test of his focus and concentration. Last week he said the last 10 laps were the longest of his life. Well, I wonder how these 10 laps... Tried again by this young man, Alex Marquez.
Yeah, I agree with that.
On the young Marquez.
Okay, Morbidelli, the far further up the road in 2nd.
That's why we saw him drop down to 7th. So let's just see, they've been working hard. Well, we see that shot on slightly less exotic and high-tech Morbidelli. Simon, we just saw a real bruising, nasty crash for Brad Binder.
We get to see it again. It's pretty horrible for Brad.
Sorry, Simon, we have to come back to you. Franco Morbidelli.
Last weekend, Valentino Rossi out of the Spanish Grand Prix with a technical problem.
What's he doing? Get off the circuit, Franco.
Are back. Major concern for the Iwata factory. Rossi out with a technical last weekend.
Franco again, Binder. What are we going to see here? Let's watch this first.
Where Rossi's went, no more.
Chances of a podium gone. By the way, Cal Crutchlow's just entered pit lane. I would imagine to not happen.
Cal Crutchlow's the ultimate warrior.
That sound shuts down. They don't know. Basically, they told me it happens. It can do it if the engine has a problem. It does a big shutdown as well. Again, safety, you know. So
he's got back out, Simon.
Yeah, he's going back out as well. You know what? I'm not seeing a race like
rear tyre running out of rear grip in 2 races in a row. Remember Rossi had that big explosion when he was doing so well in Mugello. Yamaha right now are going through engines like confetti at a wedding, and that will be a concern. With the engine allocate out some performance on their engines to make them more reliable, or is it something that can be rectified like they have done over this last week in these brutal conditions in Jerez? This scale, they'll be gasping for breath, just inhaling red hot air off.
To turn 5, he's not quite close enough. Now he's got to try and just get the drive, get the slipstream. The biggest problem he's had. Here he comes now. Is he going to have another go into turn 6? Rossi knows he's there. He's defended. Has he got a bit hot into turn 6?
Such a long time since he's been on that top 3. If he stays on board, what a job the Italian's done as well. He's long gone in 2nd place.
They
can't believe it. They cannot believe it. Pecco Bagnaia, there's smoke billowing.
He stayed on into the last corner. Maverick Viñales has gone through, but he's gone wide again. Valentino Rossi comes through. Clearly does not know what is going on.
Perhaps seen as a problem. Is there a team? I mean, he looks like a red arrow at the moment, doesn't he?
Guys, this is terrifying. This is a high side.
He knows.
Oh, this is cruel in the extreme. This is what happened to Fabio Quartararo, wasn't it? He was running 2nd in Jerez last year. We're having mechanicals, we're having high sides, front end washouts. We've had everything.
Well, this is in 2nd. Maverick Viñales in 3rd, and Monster Energy Yamaha might be salvaging something remarkable. Nakagami's now.
He can ride slowly with it. He's going to go and see if he can get a couple of points.
Well, if he just finishes the race, he'll
to be denied the chance to fight for your first MotoGP podium. Totally out. So he's going to salvage a 6th place. Now Taka Nakagami has got what? 4 as well either.
Valentino Rossi at the moment holds strong, holds firm, holds on for the 2 men who unfortunately have had mechanicals and gone out of this one.
That's just rude. An absolutely phenomenal race. He didn't make a break. He was cruising in.
Rossi had excellent drive out of turn 5. He's putting everything into this. He's throwing the kitchen sink at Valentino.
As being the 3rd best Yamaha after all the great race pace he showed all week on the GP podium. That day it was Yamaha, Rossi, Lorenzo and Bradley Smith. 6th.
Maverick Viñales is so fast around these right-handers, so yes, he's going to have another opportunity to get Valentino into the go.
Track temperature in Sector 3, 145 degrees. Minutes to put Maverick in his place.
Well, this is going to hurt. Look at that. In a race like this, Fabio's just in a world of seconds clear of Rossi and Viñales he is right now.
Look at that, 38.9s for frightening speed, frightening consistency. Marquez, when he does get back to full fitness, Quartararo is on his way to a maximum 50-point haul so far.
The way we're in line for 3 Yamahas on the podium.
Yeah,
that
first
has
time
not
for
happened
2014. Philip League. It's all about the battle for 2nd place between Rossi and Viñales. The 2 was 1 year ago when
Maverick Viñales, the LCR team, just begging Nakagami on.
I think he's just going to run out of time and slower than the Yamahas ahead of him.
I think.
Christian Gabarini there just says, sorry mate, really, really sorry. You rode awesome. That's what he can.
Here comes the slipstream though. This time,
now, surely.
He's got him. He's surely got him down into. He's not. Still, the doctor hangs on to 2nd place.
The doctor a demon on the brakes into turn 6. How many advantage in the braking zone? You know Maverick's going to lunge. Maverick wants that exactly.
On board now with Maverick Viñales, number 12, as he looks to find a way through on Rossi. He's going to have comes now, looking for that inside line. Can he get it? No. Defence again from Valentino Rossi. To Valentino as it is as anything else, because this sort of defence is not easy to pull off.
Rossi's having compared to Rossi. This is silencing some of the doubters from last weekend.
Oh, that's a lovely attempt.
And he's really going to try and pounce on Rossi on the braking zone into the Pedrosa corner. Can he do it this time?
Nakagami 4th, Mir 5th, Dovi 6th, ESPARGARO. He's gone wide and he's lost 2nd place. Maverick finally finds a way through as the front end gives way for Valentino.
Left. Or will he just think, you know what, you can have that 2nd place, Viñales. I'm going to be back on. Quartararo is about 7-8 seconds clear. And straight away, he's been able to gap Valentino Rossi. And Rossi can't relax here because Nakagami in Sector 3 and Sector 4 was brilliant. He took 3/10 out of Rossi. We'll hold off Viñales for as long as he did, because as soon as Viñales has passed him, he's gone. Now it's all telling his first MotoGP podium here. He's getting it loose, really attacking on the front. Holding up Honda on it brilliantly here. He's doing a Marquez all in. He's taken another 3/10 out of Rossi already. On control for the whole of this Andalusian Grand Prix. Fabio Quartararo cruising to his 2nd for him.
The force is with Fabio. bragging rights at Yamaha belong to him. He's back on the podium for the first time since Austin. A good effort from Nakagami. That's his best drive result, and disappointing day for KTM in 7th. Outstanding job at the end there for Alex Marquez. In the man, he's about to go across the line. Alex Rins takes 10th place. Battered Valentino Rossi. Look at him, 41 years old, and he's back on the podium.
Wilco, give me your thoughts.
Well, of course, that's what we wanted it, but yeah, of course. And yeah, it's a shame he couldn't finish the race. No idea, the engine stopped, so let's see what's going on.
An old rider like I am, I think Fabio put a nail, one more nail in.
I agree, but there are many races to come, and you know, here in Jerez, he loves the track. It's his favorite track, and we need to keep fighting.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, there's absolutely no doubt that the man that will be then blown away by Fabio Quartararo.
Well, yeah, if that was a boxing match, the ref would have stopped it. Fabio was so inspired. 2014, yeah. Rossi,
so
Lorenzo
Lynn
Smith.
Jarvis in the end actually salvages something.
Yeah, mixed emotion for his first podium by ongoing reliability issues for Yamaha. Yes, on one. What a performance by that man, Taka Nakagami. That's his best ever finish in the MotoGP. Boss of HRC ready to greet the Japanese rider with his crew chief Giacomo Guidotti.